Hey everyone, welcome to Logan's Mosh Pit. Glad to have you here. Do me a favor, please subscribe if you haven't already. I'm delighted to bring you a brand new series called 50-Year-Old Albums in 2025. The objective is to celebrate a group of legendary albums that have wowed fans for half a century. Trust me, they still hold up today. Originally, I was perfectly content to only examine one album per episode, which later ballooned to 3, then it became 5, then I stopped at 10. During future episodes, I'll probably scale back to 5, because it does require a lot of research on my part. One at a time, I'll give you a quick overview of each album, followed by an interesting fact that you might not know. Please don't get upset if I leave out something that you think deserves to be on here. There's a good chance that I will get around to it in a future episode. In case you were wondering, I sorted this lovely list of records chronologically based on their release date. Forgive me if I accidentally butcher any names. Let's begin. First album, Earth, Wind & Fire, That's the Way of the World. Release date, March 3rd, 1975. What I like about the album cover, I'm very amused by their poses, particularly the guy on the far left. Album length, 38 minutes. Number of songs, 8. Shining Star, the title track, Happy Feelin', All About Love, First Impression, Yearnin' Learnin', Reasons, Africano, and See the Light. I think the best song is All About Love, First Impression. It was recorded at Caribou Ranch, located in Colorado. The lineup consists of Maurice White, Philip Bailey, and Verdine White on vocals, Al McKay and Johnny Graham on guitar, Verdine White on bass, Fred White, Maurice White, and Ralph Johnson on drums, Larry Dunn on keyboards, and Andrew Woolfolk on flute and saxophone. Total sales, over 3 million copies. An interesting fact is, the title track was featured as the theme song for the TV show Hearts of Fire. Next album, Chicago, Chicago 8. Release date, March 24th, 1975. What I like about the album cover, I'm a huge Louisville Cardinals fan, so I definitely dig the Cardinal perched behind the font. Album length, 39 minutes. Number of songs, 10. Any Way You Want, Brand New Love Affair, Part 1 and 2, Never Been in Love Before, Hideaway, Till We Meet Again, Harry Truman, Oh Thank You, Great Spirit, Long Time No See, Ain't It Blue, and Old Days. I think the best song is Any Way You Want. It was recorded at Sound Labs located in Hollywood, California. The lineup combines Terry Kath on lead vocals and guitar, Robert Lamb on lead vocals, backing vocals, and keyboards, Peter Cetera on bass and backing vocals, Danny Serafine on drums, Lee Loughnan on trumpet and backing vocals, James Pankow on trombone, and Walter Parazader on clarinet, flute, and saxophone. Total sales, more than 1 million copies. An interesting fact is, this album led to a tour with the Beach Boys. Next album, Nazareth, Hair of the Dog. Release date, April 3rd, 1975. What I like about the album cover, I find the design of the creature to be really fascinating. Album length, 40 minutes. Number of songs, 8. The title track, Miss Misery, Guilty, Changin' Times, Beggar's Day, Rose and the Heather, Whiskey Drinkin' Woman, and Please Don't Judas Me. I think the best song is Miss Misery. It was recorded at Escape Studios located in Kent, England. The lineup meshes Dan McCafferty on vocals, Manny Charlton on guitar, Pete Agnew on bass, and Daryl Sweet on drums. Total sales in excess of 1 million copies. An interesting fact is, according to Dan, it was supposed to be called Son of a... but the record label obviously disagreed. Therefore, the title got changed to Hair of the Dog. Next album, Willie Nelson, Red-Headed Stranger. Release date, May 1st, 1975. What I like about the album cover, the color scheme of the border going around Willie is quite attractive. Album length, 33 minutes. Number of songs, 15. Time of the Preacher, I Couldn't Believe It Was True. Time of the Preacher theme, Blue Rock Montana / Red-Headed Stranger medley. Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. Full version of Red-Headed Stranger. A shorter version of Time of the Preacher theme, Just As I Am. Denver, O'er the Waves. Down Yonder, Can I Sleep in Your Arms. Remember Me, Hands on the Wheel, and Bandera. I believe the best song is Can I Sleep in Your Arms. It was recorded at Autumn Sound Studios, found in Garland, Texas. The lineup is comprised of Willie Nelson on vocals and guitar, Bucky Meadows on guitar, Jody Payne on guitars and mandolin, B. Spears on bass, Billy and Paul English on drums, Bobby Nelson on piano, and Mickey Raphael on harmonica. Total sales, more than 2 million copies. An interesting fact is, Red-Headed Stranger performed so well that it brought about a movie in 1986 with Willie Nelson landing the lead role. Next album, Neil Young, Tonight's the Night. Release date, June 20th, 1975. What I like about the album cover, it's kind of neat that the font has a pronounced curve instead of following a traditional straight pattern. Album length, 44 minutes. Number of songs, 12. The title track, Speaking Out, World on a String, Borrowed Tune, Come On Baby, Let's Go Downtown, Mellow My Mind, Roll Another Number for the Road, Albuquerque, New Mama, Look Out Joe, Tired Eyes, Tonight's the Night Part 2. I would say the best song is Look Out Joe. It was recorded at Studio Instrument Rentals near Hollywood, California. The lineup cobbles together Neil Young on vocals, guitar, piano, and harmonica, Ben Keith on vocals and steel guitar, Nils Lofgren on vocals, guitar, and piano, Danny Whitten on vocals and electric guitar, Jack Nitch on piano, Billy Talbot and Tim Drummond on bass, Ralph Molina and Kenny Buttery on drums. Total sales in excess of 1.5 million copies. An interesting fact is, there was a 2-year delay before Tonight's the Night came out because Warner Brothers considered it to be too depressing. Next album, Fleetwood Mac, The White Album. Release date, July 11th, 1975. What I like about the album cover, the contrast between the two figures immediately grabs your attention. Album length, 42 minutes. Number of songs, 11. Monday Morning, Warm Ways, Blue Letter, Rhiannon, Over My Head, Crystal, Say You Love Me, Landslide, World Turning, Sugar Daddy, and I'm So Afraid. If you ask me, the best song is Landslide. It was recorded at Sound City Studios, located in Van Nuys, California. The lineup features Stevie Nicks on vocals, Lindsey Buckingham on guitars and vocals, Christine McVie on keyboards, John McVie on bass, and Mick Fleetwood on drums. Total sales, over 5 million copies. An interesting fact is, this album marked the debut of both Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks. Next album, Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run. Release date, August 25th, 1975. What I like about the album cover, the easygoing, playful expression on Bruce's face. Album length, 39 minutes. Number of songs, 8. Thunder Road, 10th Avenue Freeze Out, Night, Backstreets, the title track, She's the One, Meeting Across the River, and Jungle Land. For the best song, I would pick She's the One. It was recorded at 914 Sound Studios close to New York. The lineup that made the magic happen is Bruce Springsteen on vocals, guitar, and harmonica, Roy Bittan on piano and backing vocals, Gary Talent on bass, Max Weinberg and Ernest Carter on drums, Danny Federici on organ, Clarence Clemens on saxophone, and David Sancius on synthesizer. Total sales above the 7 million mark. An interesting fact is, Bruce was so repulsed by the initial mix that he tossed the tape into a pool. Next album, Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. Release date, September 12, 1975. What I like about the album cover, the massive buildings in the background, basically foreshadowing the massive success that they would have later. Album length, 44 minutes. Number of songs, 5. Shine On You Crazy Diamond, parts 1 through 5. Welcome to the Machine, Have a Cigar, Wish You Were Here, and Shine On You Crazy Diamond, parts 6 through 9. Without question, the best song is Shine On You Crazy Diamond, parts 1 through 5. It was recorded at Abbey Road Studios, found in London, England. The lineup looked like Roger Waters on vocals, David Gilmour on guitars, Nick Mason on drums, and Richard Wright on piano. Total sales in excess of 20 million copies. An interesting fact is, former bandmate Syd Barrett actually showed up unexpectedly while they were in the midst of recording. He was almost unrecognizable compared to a decade before. Unbeknownst to Syd, the crazy diamond they were referring to was him. Next album, Foghat, Fool for the City. Release date, September 15, 1975. What I like about the album cover, my favorite color is green, so I'm enamored by the lime green truck parked behind him. Album length, 35 minutes. Number of songs, 7. Title track, My Babe, Slow Ride, Terraplane Blues, Save Your Loving for Me, Drive Me Home, and Take It or Leave It. Personally, the best song must be Save Your Loving for Me. It was recorded at Sun Treader Studios located in Sharon, Vermont. The lineup coalesces Dave Peverett on vocals, Rod Price on guitar, Nick Jameson on bass, and Roger Earl on drums. Total sales north of 1 million copies. An interesting fact is, it remains Foghat's only studio album to reach platinum status. Last album, Queen, A Night at the Opera. Release date, November 28, 1975. What I like about the album cover, I approve of the fancy cursive font that they decided to use. Album length, 43 minutes. Number of songs, 12. Death on Two Legs, Blazing on a Sunday Afternoon, I'm in Love with My Car, You're My Best Friend, 39, Sweet Lady, Seaside Rendezvous, The Prophet's Song, Love of My Life, Good Company, Bohemian Rhapsody, and God Save the Queen. From my perspective, the best song is I'm in Love with My Car. It was primarily recorded at Sarm Studios in London, England, along with numerous other places. The lineup merged Freddie Mercury on vocals, Brian May on guitar, John Deacon on bass, and Roger Taylor on drums. Total sales, more than 3 million copies. An interesting fact is, the album shares a name with the 1935 Marx Brothers movie. Well, that's it. What are a few of your favorite albums from 1975? Let me know in the comments. That does it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate the support. I'll see you next time. Till then, rock on.